Maestro,
man, so good.
we are here today with our good friend Ariel Posen.
Yes.
And to celebrate a new release, why don't you tell the people what this is?
Man, the Zoma takes off where we left with the Hydra. We brought the best parts of it forward and continued to refine our craft, making it sound better and better. So these are our favorite sounds and fans' favorite sounds wrapped up in an easy-to-use package. I think the Hydra suffers only from being kind of so small and so full-featured, right? So we wanted to bring the very best of our reverbs and tremolos out, and that's what it is, the Zoma.
Yeah, I just love and always prefer a simpler pedal because to have to like go through a million steps to get where I need it to be doesn't really work for me on the fly.
Yep.
And because I'm thinking about a million things and I'm not a good multitasker. Like if you ever see me play a show, I can barely tune a guitar and talk at the same time. I can sing and play at the same time, but playing and tweaking, it's just not my forte, naturally, right? Yeah. So for it to just be simple and, you know, now with this like huge reverb knob too, if it's too much or if it's too little, you could literally do that with your foot, which is super handy. Just everything more simple means easier to get where you need to go faster and wasting less time to get there. Therefore, you know, spending more time playing the music that's supposed to be played instead of tweaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just start showing off with the Zoma. You have the reverb side and the trim side. We have a three-way toggle you'll see here where we have a combination of reverb and trim. And so, yeah, we'll just show you guys the reverb. With the Zoma, you'll notice when I turn on the reverb, it's a solid LED light. So let's start with that classic spring sound. Here's the dry amp. That's one of my favorite sounds. It's the plate reverb in this thing, which you actually can get out of 2 out of the 3 modes.
Yep.
You know, setting that longer decay, all you do, hold the reverb down. Longest decay, shortest decay. But that long decay.
It's just so good. It's yeah. You just kind of get lost in that all day.
Just a wide range, being able to control that decay, that size, and you can do that on any mode.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and then with the Zoma, of course, we give you 3 different trim options. We got sine, got harmonic, pitch shifting vibrato. So let's just hear the trims by themselves. You'll notice when the trim is on, the light actually flashes based on where the rate is. Yep. When it's just the trim, you'll see that it is the brightest and then goes completely dark. Yep. So let's start. Here's just the amp, and we'll start with sine wave. And as you saw there, turned on the plate reverb towards the end. What's really cool is we have this creative way of showing when both effects are on. You'll see that the LED flashes from the brightest and dims just a little bit versus when it's just the trim, it goes all the way dark. When it's just the reverb, solid LED.
Yep.
So let's just go through each mode with both effects on. We'll start with the classic spring reverb and sine trim.
Great. Man, I think you played that just for me. That was smoking hot.
Playing everything for you.
All right.
So as you can see, any of those modes, just great pairings
Oh, yeah.
of great reverb sounds, trim sounds. You can't go wrong.
It's so fun to hear you respond to those changes. They might seem subtle on some level, but to me they're great. You know, you can hear the especially when you went from the pitch shifting to back to the harmonic tremolo there, because you hear that even in that harmonic tremolo there is a little bit of a sway to the pitch with those filters. So really cool sounds.
One brilliant thing Maestro had to put into the Zoma was the ability to do order switching.
Oh yeah.
So we give you, the choice. Like with Ariel, he prefers, reverb into trim, loves the movement. Mm-hmm. You prefer the opposite.
Right.
Allows the reverb to be just, more out front. So let's listen to that. We're going to stay on plate reverb with harmonic trim. We'll have both going on, and Ariel will just play, and I'll switch between. Right now, we're going to hear trim going into reverb. I might be Team Ariel on this one.
Yeah.
What we ended on was that reverb going into trim, and just hearing that movement. It's just,
it is.
But there is no right or wrong.
Right.
It's situational. It depends what you're going for. So just to have at least both options easily changeable is great.
Yeah. When you have the trim after, you get that motion. You almost hear like a speaker twirling around or something like
exactly.
that. Yeah. Cool sound.
And as you guys saw there, really simple to change order. Hold both stomps down. Figure out which one you like best.
That's right.
And just like you can visually see, now we have our own custom enclosure that we're making in-house. So the Zoma really kind of pushes everything forward from our, sound fidelity, but also aesthetic. And like Ariel said, with the bigger knob, we're just always trying to think like, how can we not only make things sound better, but make things easier to use, especially in a live context. So
the advancements that we've had in our circuit board technology and our programming have, make this really my favorite now. So going from Hydra to Zoma is a great step in my ears because I can hear the little subtle differences. I think it's been at least 3 years since the original Hydra came out. And in that time, we've gotten a lot of feedback from, touring guitar techs and pros, Nashville session guys. So we've done a lot of circuit refining and DSP refining, and this is truly next level for us. So it's been a lot of fun, moving this project into our new format where things sound just a touch better.
We appreciate you guys checking out this video. If you'd like to learn more about the Zoma, head over to rkfx.com. Thank you.